Good morning, warriors. God is good? All the time? Please join me in the pledge to the Bible. I pledge allegiance to the Bible, God's holy word. I will make it a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. I will hide its words in my heart that I might not sin against God. Join me in the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We've been working this week on the rule, do your work. So let's welcome Ms. Domajo up here.
All right, let's review our memory verse, Colossians 3:23, and whatever you do. Ready? And whatever you do, do it heartily as unto the Lord and not to men. So everybody has work to do. It doesn't matter who you are, you have work to do. Whether you're in kindergarten or all the way back there in 6th grade, you have work to do. You have work to do here at school. You have mommies, you have daddies, you might have smaller siblings or whatever, so everybody has work to do. So how are you going to do it? I love hearing that. Very good. That's right. Are you going to grumble and complain? But Mom, I don't want to do the dishes. Are you? No, I hope not. All right. Are you going to do it cheerfully? Yes, with a happy. Yes, and are you going to actively listen? Yes. So yesterday in one of my music classes, some of the students did not actively listen. And so when we went to play the instruments, it was not a very pleasing sound because some were doing things that they thought they were supposed to do because it's what we normally did, but we were doing something different. And so it was a blessing because I was able to tell them, so you didn't actively listen. In order to do your work unto the Lord, you need to Yes, you need to listen so that you know what you're being asked to do. Doing your work unto the Lord is even so much more than that. So I want to tell you about some examples. I'm not trying to brag on myself, I promise. I'm really not, because I don't really like attention, to be totally honest. That's why I don't like speaking in front of people. But anyway, I was here at school on a Saturday. I went to the bathroom. The trash can was full. I mean, it was full. The paper towel holder roll thing was totally empty, and I knew they were having church. I am not the custodian. I'm a music teacher. That's not my job. My job is not to go change the paper towel rolls or to change the trash, especially on a Saturday. It's not my job. But I could not leave without getting that done, even though it wasn't my job, because I knew that this place was going to be used on Sunday. And more than that, I knew it was the right thing to do. That's doing your work unto the Lord. It's not your job. Maybe it's not. Maybe you see trash on the floor or whatever. You do it because you love Jesus. Why do we do it? Because we. That's right. And I love Jesus with my whole heart. And I could not walk out of this building knowing that something was going to happen. And I saw something that needed to be done, so I took care of it. Rosa, Miss Rosa, we should all change her name to Rosie, because she is the fastest worker, and she does it without complaining. She always has a joyful heart. She makes me think of, if you were, your parents probably remember the Jetsons, where they had Rosie, the little mechanic robot, and she went around and she cleaned like crazy because she was mechanical. But she always does it with a happy heart. She does everything more than 100%. Miss Clower has taken over, I know, on the grounds. But before she took over on the grounds, let me tell you, even this summer, that woman was up here pretty much every day and doing things that's not her job. She was doing things that was not in her job description. And that's what we need to do. You see something, you do it because you love God. You do your work, you do your homework, whatever. You do it because you love God and you want to do what's right for Him. Not even because you love me, your music teacher, or Mr. Lockyer, or your other teachers, but because you love Jesus, that you love Him so much, and you are so thankful for what He's done for you, that you want to do everything without complaining or grumbling. You want to do your work as unto the Lord. Like in music, in our music classes, when my students all have an instrument, I never see students work so hard. First grade, where's first grade? Yesterday, I told first grade, you have something very, very hard to do. I've never done this before with them, but they did so wonderful. And they were so proud of what they accomplished. It was a very hard thing for first grade to do. And they were so proud. If you could have seen their faces. Wow, can you imagine what our Father in heaven, what He does when we do things to Him just because we love Him? Not for any reward or anything, but just because we love Him. So think about that. And when you are doing your work, think of it because you love Jesus. If those facts are hard, pray, ask God to help you. Ask someone else even to help you. But just do your best because you love Jesus.
We're singing "My Hope is Built on Nothing Else." It reminds us of the parable that Jesus talks about with building on the rock or the shifting sand. So as you're thinking about that, thinking about how we're building our hope and what we're building on. Just a reminder that when we do our work, we are not doing it for any other reason than for the Lord. It's easy to do things for ourselves. We want a good grade. We want to get things done quickly so we have free time. But those are all secondary things. Our focus needs to be on doing our work as unto the Lord, doing it with excellence. And regardless of what grade we get, regardless if anyone knows it, we want to make sure that we please our Father in heaven. So let's make that our focus today. The Lord be with you.